that have helped me out when playing this game. Things that I found out kind of on my own or with other people. I think it made me a better player and might help you guys too. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to talk about is player position on the ice. If you think about your player as if you're standing in one of these dots and that circle, big titty around you, that's kind of like your play zone. If you're moving over here, just imagine that big circle moving with you. And if your play zone's interrupting somebody else's play zone, then you're probably getting a little too close. You want to spread out for a better pass. It also helps you understand where you should be playing on the ice. So if I'm right wing and I'm down here, then obviously my play zone is going to be, this big circle right here. I shouldn't be chasing all the way over here. I shouldn't be chasing all the way back here. You know what I mean? I belong right here. This is my area. You should respect your own area and respect other players' area. Defense should be back here in the line. From here to here on the right. You can play up. You can drop in and help out, support, but then you want to get back to your spot. People who constantly chase and constantly are out of position, you're losing opportunities for good plays. Well, if somebody's over here, working this puck in this corner or whatever, I'm always going to be right where I belong. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to camp. I'm going to camp right here between the goalie, that's Titty, and wait for a good opportunity because most likely he's going to be facing this way, getting prepared for a block. I'm getting ready for the cross crease to one-timer to bury the goal. So it's all about respecting your ice and other players' ice. And if you keep a good five-sided die on the ice, then you always have a triangle to pass to. You got a top triangle, a left triangle, a right triangle, and a down triangle. And you can mix it up to a large diamond if you want. If you can hold those positions throughout, you'll spend less energy chasing the puck around as well. You'll just float into position, wait for the puck, float into position, wait for the puck, support here and there, and then vice versa. You'll find yourself having a lot more energy and be able to score a lot more goals because you have a lot more energy. Other thing I want to talk about is hot spots on the ice. If you notice, there are hash marks. There are certain areas when you're shooting at this net that are easier to score in, or you have a higher percentage of scoring because of the angles like that. That is one of them, which is the top of the tit here. From the top of the tit, you really have a good wide area on this net there to shoot from around the goalie. It's a great place to shoot from. That's why you always see people going top cheese or the center. You've also got on the line here at the dot a good slapper, usually great bounce. Same from this side, low shot. It's going to create a good bounce, great rebound opportunity. From the boards, right around here, another good bounce spot or good shot spot. A lot of times you can get a nice, good, clean one-timer right on in there. Especially when there's a lot of traffic in front, vice versa. Same with these tits. I mean, these little markers are there for a reason. You can see how it lit up green when I was coming across there. There's all kinds of really high priority spots in shooting that you're going to find you're going to score a lot more if you shoot from those areas and at that time. See, I let it go right there at the top of that hash. He had a great angle. Goals on that. Again, right at the hash. Gives me great lane. Shot. Goal. It's really simple. I can't move around the back end. Let's see, another thing I wanted to cover was board play. Sometimes you're charging down in the line. Use your skills to your advantage. You got a lot of options you can do. You can always bounce it off the boards to yourself. Little selfies. Especially when you're getting trapped, you're getting deked, you're getting hurt, or whatever. Selfies off the boards are a good way to get around a D-man. Get around somebody. And get possession back on the puck when they're charging in on you. Also, it gives them an opportunity to take a penalty on you. Because you don't have possession anymore. And it can usually end up drawing too. Let's see, what else is there? Board play in general, you can hold yourself on the boards and you can hold other people on the boards. I think it is illegal in LG to hold yourself on the boards, though. I can't remember. I have to look at the rules, but Vice versa. I know you can pin other players, but it's only for a certain amount of time, obviously. Otherwise, you take a holding call. And, I mean, those are just really quick tips. I mean, respect other players on the ice, respect position, and always think in mind of the triangle, where you're at on the ice, versus your other two wingers or your other 2D man, and try to get in a position that's going to count. You don't always have to overskate, man. People overskate so much in this game. Just a little bit. You can let off and float into position. But overskating is just skating around constantly. They constantly feel like they need to move. And all that's doing is making it harder and harder to get a good lane or a good pass to you. Vice versa. Just get into a good open position and roll with it. Stay put. I mean, a lot of times you'll see me just hanging out chilling. That's where I score most of my goals. I'm just sitting there waiting. And the defensemen will just forget about you. Because they're too busy overskating or too busy trying to cover one another or a mistake that they've made. They'll forget all about you. And you've got an easy chance to score. So that's going to be the first of this series as of right now. Just like I said, some pointers. Play around with it. Play around with the hot spots. You'll start learning, like I said, easy places for you to score from, or easier. And then, of course, you got up front, which is a lot easier to score. Angles and moves, but check it out. Tell me what you think.